All right, it's time for the truth about the present Iran war. It's been going on for a month now. The bottom line is Trump, as a cowardly draft dodger, and Pete Hegseth, as a drunken fool, don't know what they're doing. That's why we have not achieved air supremacy, which we need in order to do whatever else we want to do. Bombing bridges and electrical plants is more an act of terrorism these days than an act of war. And it has no military value. This is exactly what Putin is doing in Russia, and now Trump is doing it in Iran, bombing targets with no military value. Yes, we did this in World War II, but in World War II, we were pretty fucking pissed off and we were fighting for our lives. Yes, in World War II, we purposely bombed civilians. We must have killed at least 500,000, probably a million civilians in World War II on purpose. Not just not just by using atomic bombs, but by burning cities at nighttime. Uh, we like to let the British do that, um, but it's not to say that the Americans did not purposely kill civilians. But basically, in World War II, we destroyed every target, every military and civilian target that existed. We don't need to do that now. This is a different situation. We need to destroy Iran's drone making factories. We need to destroy the factories that make drones. We need to destroy that in military industrial capacity. We don't need to bomb civilians. That's what Putin is doing in Russia, and he's been doing it for 4 years, and he's fucking losing because bombing civilians has no military value. Okay, so that's the first stupid thing of many that uh, the draft dodging coward and his drunken friend did. Now we're going to look at the larger picture. As a historian, I'm familiar with the Annales School of History, the French Annales School, which basically looks at the big picture. Most history books are about people, individuals, and the things they do that affect the times in which they live. So chronologically speaking, it's a short kind of view, a lifetime maybe, somebody's lifetime. But the Annales School looks at trends over the centuries. So one of the trends we're going to look at right now is the old military game of offense against defense. This has all changed now. This has all completely changed. The military in most countries uh, haven't realized this yet because the military everywhere is kind of conservative. In this country, they didn't like repeating rifles. The military didn't want to pay for repeating rifles. Um, Hitler, I don't know if he was conservative or just stupid. He didn't know what to do with jets. He had no real idea what to do with them. So jets didn't go into production in Germany until it was too late to use them as fighters. He should have used them as fighters. Uh, oh, Billy Mitchell tried to explain to people in the 20s that battleships would be obsolete because airplanes could sink them with bombs and torpedoes. Nobody believed him. He did it, and nobody still believed him until World War II when battleships were sunk like that, one after the other, by airplanes. Um, I think starting with, well, the Japanese did it at Pearl Harbor, the British did it to the Italians. Um, let's see, the Japanese did it to the Repulse and Prince of Wales. One of those was a battleship. I think one was just a cruiser. In the end, both the two biggest battleships ever made, the Musashi and the Yamato, over 70,000 tons when, the United States aircraft carrier was 35,000 tons. Uh, Both of these battleships were sunk by airplanes. So the military didn't want to believe this. Just like now, they probably don't want to believe that tanks and manned aerial vehicles are obsolete. Tanks and jets with people in them are obsolete in an age of drone warfare. Why do you need $1 million tank when $150 drone can destroy it? You don't. The, the Ukrainians at this time are looking to replace infantrymen with infantry drones. So drone warfare is basically the thing of the future, which is good for people who would ordinarily be on the front lines. It's just the technology of warfare has just reached a point where human beings are not mentally equipped to deal with it. It's too complicated, and it's too horrible. It's horrible when you can be killed by somebody a mile away, not even see it. It's way less horrible than where's my sword? I could whip out a sword. And it's way less horrible than meeting somebody face to face and whacking at him with a sword. I mean, that's kind of scary too, because there's a lot of blood flying around. You're going to get his blood all over you anyway if you kill him, or he's going to kill you. But it's more of a fair thing, right? It's a one-on-one fair thing. I never liked projectile weapons. Um, they're not fair, right? Arrows would be worth a great deal if they could tell brave men from the cowards, said a certain Spartan. But anyway, this post is basically about how Trump is fucking things up. He's probably he. I don't think he's going to win this war because he has no plan. He doesn't know what to do. He has no clue about air supremacy. He has no clue. He doesn't understand simple terms. Somebody said incursion in one of his briefings, and he thought they said excursion. So he called the war against Iran an excursion. He's a fucking moron. He shouldn't be allowed to fucking drive. He can't chew gum and walk at the same time. And this guy is sending Americans out to get killed. All right, I'm digressing. The future of warfare is with drones, not with manned vehicles. And I hope the military can figure that out in time, which of course they won't because they're too fucking stupid and conservative. So I'm just going to sit back and watch history repeat itself as one side becomes technologically more advanced than the other. And thank God the Ukrainians are on the side of the West, not the side of the East. What else can I possibly say about this?